Gonna start taping for the boot top stripe, which is gonna be white on this model. Taping takes a little practice. You just gotta be patient.
Don't you sometimes put a piece of wood
Yep.
in between the top sides and the bottom that's the right width? And
I don't always have a piece of wood that'll fit.
okay, my camera looks like you have a big that is a straight line. It just looks funny because of the. And what is that tape that you're using? That
3M. They call it 3M Precision masking tape. This is where it always bleeds, right here. Sometimes, no matter what you do, it does it. It does. So you always have a flare at the stern. And then this is just hopefully doing it by eye.
you don't put a piece of tape in the middle, so you get.
No.
No.
See, this tape won't go around there, see it?
Yeah.
So I'll try something different. I just put an extra row on the bottom all the time.
Okay, so that's fine line tape. By flare, you mean it's wider at the stern than it is.
Yeah, because when you look
midships.
on it straight on, it should all look the same. And I always flare it a little bit at the bow.
Get it.
It's not gonna work.
If you pull your tape pretty quickly, you can wash it off if it bleeds there. Right?
Yeah, I wait, let it dry and retake it. Okay.
One shot.
Yep. It just covers better. You buy paint right at the local hardware store. It'll probably work just fine.
One shot's the paint that a lot of sign painters use.
may not be able to do the Cove. I don't know about the Cove, 'cause it's wet paint here. This normally takes 2 coats. I let it dry for 5 or 6 hours, usually, and then put another coat on. Even with the one shot. If you use another paint, it might take more than 2 coats.
You haven't done anything to this since the last video when you did the polishing, right?
No, I haven't touched it.
Okay. So you can paint over it after you've polished it, but you cannot paint over it after you
Well,
wax
I didn't put the final
it.
polish
Right, not
on.
the final polish. And no wax.
Alright, I never know, do I pull the tape if I like it?
And you're gonna pull the tape after the second coat.
Yes, I leave the tape on if I can till I got all the coats.
Well, we can do the Cove too now if you want. We're only 6 minutes in.
I'm not sure.
Do you recycle your paint thinner? Pouring the dirty stuff in a can and letting it sit until the solids go to the bottom?
I do pour it into a can. I don't always use it. 'Cause it's cheap enough just to go buy a new one. But I do, this is all full of dirty stuff, but it's settled.
But it's not so good for the environment.
Let's see if we can tape it. I may not be able to tape it with the fresh boot top paint without messing it up.
So you're sort of overlapping onto that rub rail because the
Yeah.
tape's a little too wide?
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, he's not pressing down the corner there because the cove doesn't go all the way up.
Yep.
And it doesn't go all the way to the stern either.
I like the one-shot gold paint, which might be difficult to get, but it's not called imitation gold, it's metallic gold. But if you buy the gold paint at an art supply store, the trouble I found with most of it is you put a second coat on, it lifts the first. That's what I've always found, but the one shot doesn't. Just gotta, any metallic paint, you gotta stir a lot.
So the imitation gold is kind of like a mustardy color.
Yeah, it's alright, but it's not. Oh, jeez.
Here. Here's one with a little blue.
No, that's not what I was looking for.
Cover 100% of one coat.
It probably covers good enough for most people, but I like the second coat. The metallic dries faster. Then I let it harden a few days, and I put final polish on, and maybe wax, not always.
That'll be the next video. Fine polishing and waxing.
As you can see, there's paint all over my floors, all over the bench. And that's just the way it is.
Sure
Wet sanding
is.
makes a mess too.
Alright, so the next video is final polishing and waxing. We won't do another video of the second coat. You don't have to do anything but apply it. No sanding the cove or the boot stripe without between coats. Just put another coat on within 24 hours. Alright, thanks.